Hey guys, what's up? This is the first time you're getting my voice in this channel, and today we're going to be testing how much RAM does Minecraft use. We're going to be testing both the Java edition and the Bedrock edition. So right here I've got the statistics that you can see. We're currently using 9.3 gigabytes or 9,300 and something megabytes, and this is with just Minecraft open. I got nothing else open besides the recording software, and we're on the latest version 1.21.8. Just load up a new world. Okay, so we're just going to start a new world in creative, and okay, load it in, and we should be at, yeah, starting off with the minimum distance. We're gonna ignore the simulations for now, but currently at we're currently at 2 chunks render distance. So you can like barely see it. I can't even see the ground when I go up here. So we're just gonna increase that right away to about, let's say, 16 chunks. And tell you what, I usually play on Bedrock Edition and it loads way faster than Java ever has. This does run really smooth though, I will give it that. And the RAM usage doesn't really seem to be changing at all. It's still 10.4 gigabytes. So we're going to increase it even further, all the way to 32. Okay, and look at this. The RAM usage is starting to climb a little bit. So now we're at 11.5 gigabytes. Not bad, not bad. It's actually very, very light RAM usage, so you don't need a lot of RAM to run the max vanilla settings, which is 32 chunks. What happens if we turn simulation distance up? What would that change? Just made it a little bit laggier, but there doesn't seem to really be an effect on the RAM. Okay, and now we are on the latest version of Bedrock Edition, which is 1.21.93. So just sitting in the menu, this is sitting a little bit higher. It's sitting at 10.3 gigabytes, and let's see what happens when we load into a world. So the lowest render distance we can go is 5 chunks. And that does load a lot quicker than Java. So already just 5 chunks is using 11 gigabytes, so not much at all. So let's turn it up. Let's go straight to 32 chunks, which is 32 chunks is the max Java edition will let you see in vanilla. That loaded very quickly, and it is using about 11.5 megabytes, and it is still running really well, so that is not bad. So now we'll go up to 64 chunks, double it. This might take a second to load in, but it's already jumping up in RAM usage, already at almost 13 gigabytes. Okay, and we're just about to finish rendering in 64 chunks, so it's still running pretty well, and we're using 13.4 gigabytes, and I can see I can see double the distance of Java edition. So now it's turned up to the max, which is the max in vanilla is 96 that they will let you in game. There is a way to turn it up even higher in vanilla, but it requires going into game settings, which we will do in a second. So for 96 chunks, it is loading in kind of slowly, but it is climbing in RAM usage. We're at 15.5 gigabytes now. And this is a 128 gigabyte system, so we are nowhere close to filling that up. And I don't think we will get to there. I think the game will crash way before we even get close to 128. Probably before even like 30 gigabytes, I say, the game will crash. So the game is starting to slow down a little bit now, and we are sitting at about 17 gigabytes, just under 17 gigabytes. And moving around doesn't really change that, maybe a little bit. But we're sitting just under 17. And the game will not crash with the in-game settings. So now we are in the game files for Minecraft Bedrock Edition, and this is how you increase the render distance to whatever you want. So right here, you're going to go to options.txt, and then you can just look through here, and you're going to look for GFX view distance right here. And this is 1536 is 96 chunks. So you can see this is not, this number right here is not the view distance. This is multiplied by 16, so you do 96 times 16 and you get 1536. So if you want to do 128, you just do 128 times 16 and then you get 2048. So if we put in 2048 there, let's do this, 2048, and then you save this file and save, then you now have 128 render distance. So now that we are back in the game, you can see it says 96 plus. It doesn't actually show me that we have 128 chunks selected, but now there's a little plus here, which indicates that it's the custom option, which I just set in the options.txt file, which is 128 chunks. So now as we're loading into this world, we're going to see 128 chunks. And immediately, as soon as we load into the world, we can't even see that far. We're already sitting at like 16 gigs of RAM. So this is definitely going to use a lot more now, since we're exponentially increasing the amount of chunks rendered. And just past 17, past 18. Starting to hitch a little bit, and then we just passed 19. Man, you can truly see so far now. I think that in this test, I'm not RAM limited, I'm CPU limited. I'm running an older CPU, an AMD Ryzen 3000 series processor. Alright, we're past 20 gigs now, and we're still not even anywhere close to finished rendering. See, all the way out there, and we're still not at the chunk limit. Oh, that's the end over there, all the way out there. Ooh, it is really laggy. That is how far we can see with 128 chunks. Alright, we're past 22 gigs. Oop, it's starting to hitch up again. Oh, and at 25.2 gigs, we have froze. I'm moving my mouse around, pin pause button, nothing's happening. I think it's just going to close out the game in a second. But that's what we got to. We got to 25.2 gigs.